Texas Math Mundo audience, are we in store for a real treat today? In the house is the 2022 Class 5A Texas UIL State Champion in Calculator Applications, a proud Sharyland High School Pioneer Diamondback, Mr. Daniel Ramirez. And that should prove to be a very fascinating interview. Daniel Ramirez, Class 5A Calculator State Champion, right ahead. Let me take a quick moment and ask that if you enjoy this material, that you please hit the subscription button and the notification bell, that you smash that like button, and that you make a comment below. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Let's spread this joy, let's spread this beauty to as many people as possible. Daniel Ramirez, Class 5A State Champion Calculator, right ahead. My name is Saul Cantu, and this is Texas Math Mundo. Are we in store for a treat today? In the house is the Texas UIL Calculator Applications State Champion, Class 5A, a proud Sharyland Pioneer Diamondback, Mr. Daniel Ramirez, in the house. Welcome aboard, Daniel.
I'm super happy to be here.
Hey, I'm happy to have you here. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. So let's start off by asking, how are you doing? It's summertime, man. How are you having fun?
It's great. Most of the fun's coming from relaxing and doing nothing, but also I'm working on a few things. I know I'm going on a few family trips soon, which is really great. I'm looking forward to band camp coming up in July. I've been working a lot on programming, which is great. I'm trying to learn a few new skills. And also UIL practice just started up again, which is great.
Oh, really? You all practice in the summer?
Yep.
Oh, we do too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Hey, so you got band. What are your hobbies and interests?
Yeah, so I love music. I like band a lot. I play 3 instruments, which is awesome. I love math, obviously. And I'm into programming now. I've been getting into Java. I also like video games, obviously, like every teen boy does. Yeah. And
your favorite game?
Right now I'm really into Apex Legends, the Battle Royale game.
Wow. So you're a different generation than me.
Yeah. No Pac-Man.
Funny. That sounds like a lot of fun, man. Hey, what instruments do you play?
I play the trombone, I play the bassoon, and piano.
Wow, I'm so impressed with that. So impressed. Wow. Hey, congratulations on your recent performance at the state meet. State
Thank
champion.
you.
That's a big deal, man. What are your impressions of the state meet?
It was great. One thing that was crazy about it is that my teammates and my coaches always talk about the competition coming up, right? So recognizable names that I should be competing against, and seeing them and my teammates being like, hey, that's so and so. I'm like, what? I've never even seen them in person. I thought that was really cool, and being in the same room with all those people was really cool and really humbling. It was great.
Hey, exactly, because you're a sophomore, or you're going to become a junior next year?
Mm-hmm.
So you had the pod situation your freshman year.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't do Matthew UIL at all my freshman year.
Oh, so this is the first year you really do it serious and you're state champion.
Yeah, I did it in middle school, and then for whatever reason, I skipped it my freshman year. but now I got back into it.
Hey, I love your point, man. There's no experience like seeing all the top minds in the state in the same room. The environment's electric, man. You got to see all these names you've been following all year. Isn't that incredible?
It's really great. It's awesome.
Okay, hey, I want to get a little bit into your past, man. Where are you from, born and raised, and what's your cultural heritage?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Mission, Texas. I was born in the Valley, and I'm Mexican at heart and blood. Yeah, so I grew up in the Valley all my life, and the Valley's my home.
Wow, wow, wow. Hey, when did you realize that you had a talent for mathematics?
It had to be second grade. I joined Math UIL, and the first meet I got fourth, and I was super bummed out. And then I found out that I actually skipped a page. So then every meet after that, I got first in all of elementary school.
Second
So that
grade.
was So that was about the time I realized that I had something going, and then I did it in middle school and all the way up to high school.
Really? Wow, wow. So that was your introduction to competitive mathematics. Who
Mhm.
inspired you?
Let's see. Well, at first it was the coaches at the elementary school, so Mr. Huddleston, Coach Guerra, and then in middle school, the person who really got me into upping my game and getting at the competitive state level was Mrs. Gonzalez, my eighth grade math teacher and the math coach. She helped me out a lot. She introduced our team to math counts, which was really cool, and we ended up going. And that was a really cool look into the type of competition I'll get. And then she took us to TMSCA State, which is also great.
Hey, that math counts is awesome, man. I love it.
It is. Yeah.
Man, every middle school should have a math counts program, man. Parents, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hey, I want to get to this past year here. This past year, what is Sharyland Pioneer High School like?
It's great. It's a fairly modest school. Isn't anything too big, but we have resources, which is great. So that means we have a lot of room for extracurriculars and stuff like that. There hasn't really been a point where I've been at Sharyland and been, bummed out by something that wasn't there. I have a bunch of opportunity here. It's really great. And then, of course, the people there are great. All my friends are from Pioneer, with the exception of a few. And the environment's really great. The teachers are awesome, especially the UIL coordinators. They're great. And yeah, Sharyland Pioneer is a very well-rounded school, and I really enjoy it.
Wow, you're painting such a beautiful picture, man. Such a great academic environment. Hey, tell me about the team this year. Would you like to make a shout out to your fellow teammates and to your coaches?
Yes. Okay. So the team this year was me, Derek Lee, and Carlos Zavala, and Jordan Salinas. So Derek was the front runner with me. He's great. I practice with him every day. Carlos was our third man. He did great on calculators, and he's a great third man. And Jordan was there, and he did mostly number sense with Derek, and he was real good at number sense, but he also hopped in on calculators every now and then. So I'm really, really proud of our state team, and I'm really glad we repeated from last year, even though we lost our first and third man.
Well, next year you're coming back. Derek's coming back. Is Jordan
Mhm.
coming back?
No, Jordan is a senior. He's not coming back, though. Carlos may potentially keep going because he's going to be a senior.
So y'all looking strong for next year too.
Yeah, and we even have some new people hopping on, which is great.
Wow, wow. And your coaches?
So our sponsors for calculator is Mrs. Salas at Pioneer, and then we train a lot with Peter Fuentes, and he has been very instrumental at getting our team successful. And he's been working with Pioneer since Brian started as a freshman. So Brian, we call him the founding father of Pioneer UIL math because he started with Peter, and then eventually he got Max to join in, then Derek, and then it all went from there.
Yes, yes. I got to meet him at state, so that was awesome. That was awesome, Brian. Hey, yeah, and Coach Fuentes, man, I know him well. I know him well, man. He's coached many champions, so you're in good hands.
Mm-hmm.
Smart guy, man. MIT. So,
Mm-hmm.
wow. Hey, so how do you become a state champion? What was your preparation like this year? Study habits, practice regimen, and practice meets.
Wow, it was a pretty long journey. So I started during the summer, around this time actually, and I started with a relatively low score, obviously, since I had returned from calculators after like a year and a half. So it was really about consistency and practicing like 5 times a week at the library with Peter. And it involved taking a bunch of practice tests, keeping those tests, and going over the problem I can't do over and over again. And then Peter helped me develop like a regiment. So I started with the comps, which were one of the more important aspects, making sure I get those quickly and I don't miss them. And then started with the geometries and stuff like that. So I try to structure my training as much as I can, keep it organized, so I know what I have to improve. So there was a long stretch actually where I was getting scores that I didn't really want because I knew I could get better. I could get better scores. I just kept making mistakes, and that was a huge period between like December up until like TMSCA state. And about the week before, it just clicked, and I started getting 300s. It was crazy, but yeah, it was really tough. And at times, I got really frustrated because it was like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I keep taking tests. I keep making the same weird mistakes that I shouldn't be making. But honestly, the number one thing is just sticking with it and practicing every day at home, at practice, on your free time.
So it wasn't a mistake you became champion. You worked.
Yeah.
Awesome,
With a little
awesome.
bit of luck sprinkled in there.
Hey, calculator state champion, which calculator do you use?
So for my comps and a lot of the Ward and Geos, I use the HP35. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, HP35. And then I use the TI Inspire Cast 2. That one, I used to use the Cast 1, but the Cast 2 was quicker. So yeah, those are a really good pair. The HP35, I find like I try and use it more often than the TI when I don't have to use the TI because the TI is a little sluggish, and the HP is very, very quick. So I try to use it most of the time.
Sounds like a man who knows his calculators. Good.
Yeah.
Hey, what is your favorite moment or moments from UIL this past year? Was it getting that gold medal around your neck?
That was definitely up there. I think it was at state, one of them. After we finished the math test, the calculator scores weren't out. And I'm not very good at math UIL, so I just kind of went in there and did, like, I don't know, I just tried. And then at the end, I looked at my phone and Peter texted me. He says, I think you won. And that's all he put. And then I go up to Derek and I'm like, Derek, look what he sent me. Did he send you anything? Like, is this a mistake? Because I thought going out of that calculator test, I didn't think I did too hot. And even if I did do good, I didn't think I'd get like state champ. But like it happened, and it was like this anticipation of waiting for the confirmation. And it's like, did this really happen? Oh my God. And then more information come out about like other people's scores. And it was just a great culmination of like events. It was great.
It
But
was such a competitive year. A lot of competition out there, man. How does it feel to be state champion?
it feels really, really good. Like thinking about the work that we put in for something, I wouldn't say as trivial as like this one event, but like I put in hours and hours for this one thing, and for it to pay off like that was really rewarding. Really, really rewarding.
Awesome, man. I can only imagine how great that must have felt, man. Because there was some competition in 5A this year. There's some competition, man. Hey, where do you plan to keep that gold medal?
Excuse me?
Where do you plan to keep that gold medal?
Oh, let's see. Well, they're right here next to me because they've been like floating around in my room. Because I don't know, I'm not a very organized person. But eventually my parents will probably force me to box them up or something. But for now, they'll be like hanging on my doorknob of my closet, I guess.
Hey, I want to ask, man, did the school celebrate your victory?
Yeah. They are planning to do a dinner with us, with the coaches and all the students. And then they're gonna give us those rings for UIL, which is really great. And our coaches are really proud of us. They put us on the front page of the school website, which is cool.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you set the bar high, man. Hey, do you have any local, regional, or state rivals you're watching out for next year?
A ton. Let's see. Local is my own teammate Derek because he's very, very, very good. But I don't really consider him a rival. Just someone who I'm on par with. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with him a lot more this year. And then let's see. I know local meets that aren't class divided. I'm looking forward to competing against Ricky Ochoa. I'm friends with him, and he's a great competitor. He's taught me a lot because he practiced with Peter too, and I've taught him a few things as well. He actually gave me my programs, which is really nice of him. But good thing he's not in my division. Otherwise, I'd have to compete against him. As for regional competitors, I'd really like to work on improving my math score to beat some Flower Bluff competitors like Kyle Zhu. And then as for state competitors, well, there's a whole lot. There's Aiden Gertzer. There's the Argyle people coming up into 5A. There's a few more. Oh, there's the Sharyland High School kids. Oh my god. Kyung Hoon Cho and Victor Nava, who improved a lot this year, and now I'm pretty scared of them. But yeah, that's some competition as well, which I forgot to mention, but they're very local. They're like 10 miles away from my house.
Hey man, there's a lot of competition. It's gonna be competitive next year as well. That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, what are your personal goals for next year?
Well, my personal goal, of course, is to repeat, hopefully. Repeat the state champ title as well as the team champion title. And the team champion title is going to be really hard because of Wiley. And also, I want to improve my math score to the point that I can medal, because I know that Highland Park and Science Engineering Magnet are going to go in up into 6A, which is really nice because that just leaves math wide open for me and Derek, and hopefully someone else for our school to try and take the team title. And then I'm also going to start computer science because the language that I happen to learn is also the language they use in computer science. So I want to get a little bit competitive in that. But it's mostly repeating for calculator and trying to get as good as I can in math.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Any predictions?
Ooh, let's see. I would say our team would sweep everything, but that'd be a little. Let's see. I think that our team has a real good shot at the state title this year. Again, but Sharyland High School and Wiley were so close that I really can't say anything. I can only just.
Put you on the spot. That was intentional.
Yeah. As for math, Lubbock's high up there. Besides the two schools moving out, but hopefully we can squeeze ourselves into the math competition and try and get a team title as well. Number sense, I mean, Flower Bluff, they have like 4 sophomores and a freshman, and they're all moving up a grade, and they're all insane. They won this past year, correct?
Yeah, they won handily. They looked tough, man. Flower Bluff, they look tough, man.
Yeah, our regional performance, I personally don't do number sense, but Derek does, and Jordan and Carlos do. And our regionals is tough because of Flower Bluff.
It is, though. It is. Wow, wow. Yes. A lot of excitement in that 5A division still, even with Highland Park moving up. Even with, there's Argyle's entering, and a lot of people are coming back, man.
Yeah,
Lubbock
yeah.
and those Region 1 schools are strong. Corpus Christi, Flower Bluff. There's just a lot of action in that division. Wow. Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you value the most about your UIL journey so far?
I just love how I was able to get something like math and turn it into something competitive and fun and something that I can learn something from, because more so than like the math itself, it's the fact that I get to practice with friends every day, and it gives me something to dedicate to, and the competition's really fun. You know, going to competitions and, hoping you get first, trying to outperform yourself every single week. I feel like it's a really, really good way to teach myself discipline too. Like now I know much more than ever before that I really have to commit myself to something if I really want to be successful. And also just like the fun of it. I mean, it's great traveling around, hanging out with friends, bettering yourself every single month. It's great.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. What advice, you're a state champion, what advice can you offer either your fellow peers or youngsters who may come across this interview?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I was really fortunate to have Peter help me out because he's just an exceptional coach. So I think find a mentor who knows his stuff, who can get you there. And it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you can easily, coach with. It's going to be hard to find a good coach. There's not that many out there. But a coach and a mentor and, of course, teammates to help you along the way are really instrumental in getting you there. I know Derek and Jordan and some of the other people and Ricky taught me just as much as Peter did.
Great advice, great advice. And if they can't find a mentor, they can always join our Discord and drop some questions there.
That's right.
All right, man. Hey, you're still young. You're only going to be a junior this next year, but what does the future have in store for you? What are you thinking about at this point in your career?
In terms of UIL, just trying to be competitive in more events. Like I previously mentioned, math, and of course, trying to repeat calculators. As for everything else, I'm trying to excel in my extracurriculars and my academics. So hopefully, do well with my robotics team, which I'm the team leader of, which I'm really, really passionate about. And then do well in my band competitions. I'm drum major this year, so hopefully, I can live up to the expectation.
Wow. Hey, what kind of
Yeah,
robotics y'all do? First, Vex?
we do first. I love first. It's so great. It's
Really?
so Yeah, I have my robot in like the other room somewhere. I'm working on
Wow. Wow. So incredible, Daniel. So incredible, man. Hey, any parting words or final thoughts as we conclude this interview?
it. I mean, just stick with it with UIL. It's rewarding, even if you don't win every time. It's super rewarding. You learn new things, you gain friends, and yeah, I mean, there's really no downsides to it.
Awesome. Awesome. Daniel, I'm so impressed with you, man. I'm so impressed with you, man. And I hope that our paths are going to cross many times in the future. You know, I hope I can make a trip to the valley. If I can make a trip to the valley, we'll get together with Peter and Oscar and Jarek maybe and you and maybe Kevin Lopez and we'll have some tamales, man. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Hey, I look forward to, I'm going to be following you. I'm a big Daniel Ramirez fan. I'm
Thank
a
you.
big fan, man, and I hope that our paths will cross many times in the future. Okay, buddy?
Thank you.
Good luck and farewell.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Wow, what a fascinating young man. It was such a pleasurable discussion. He gave great insight. Daniel Ramirez, the 2022 Texas UIL Calculator State Champion Class 5A from Sharyland Pioneer High School, a proud Diamondback. Thank you very much, Daniel. Let me take a quick moment and ask that if you enjoy this content, that you smash that like button, that you hit the subscription button and the notification bell, and that you leave a comment below. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Let's spread this joy, let's spread this beauty to as many people as possible. I have many wonderful things in store for this channel, and I really appreciate your support. My name is Saul Cantu, and this is Texas Math Mundo. Farewell.